Again, you see the reference to Picasso. These forms really have a kind of Picasso reference, but the totality of it and the movement towards the center and the movement of these figures is to give you it gives you a very original idea, an original concept of how to put these things together. And the gestures, which I call the freedom gestures, these gestures which kind of cap a painting and take cuts into the sides and moves across the side, again, are expressions of the kind of freedom that he learned from his abstract expressionist phase, and which never left him. You know, people come into this painting from all cultures, and they can also see their own culture here. I know we had an Indian woman that came in yesterday, and immediately, once again, you know, she said, "Oh, this is like Indian painting." And we've had Muslims come in and say, "Oh, these details are like Muslim details." But we also had a group of African Americans in, and they said, "Well," I said, "what did you think of the work?" And they said, "Well, I think he's a rapper. He can rap within those movements." So they saw a connection with music. And in fact, Norman was always interested in the connection between painting and music. The abstractness of music, the abstractness of painting. So with these paintings, he finished his life. They were his most ambitious paintings. And in this painting, and some people think it's the most complete painting that he ever made. And it's the, you know, again, the structure is like a medieval structure with wings and with a very strong center and a very central center, but also you feel there's something like, you know, you feel Norman's guts. He was a painter who never compromised on anything, who would always allow things to happen. He thought there was freedom in accidents. He thought there were freedom, and in order to achieve this freedom, he used the structure, which we call a kind of medieval structure, or if you look at religious paintings from all over the world, you find a lot of similarities in this one, and in these you see a lot of the similar characteristics. And this is like, you know, it's like a cathedral in a sense, structured, but I like especially the way this form brings the form. He's using his movement to bring the form forward, to push the form back. You know, in each area there's a certain hermeneutics, there's a certain mystery in all area, which he called the mystery of joy. Oh, and this painting is actually one of my favorites. It was a painting made right before he died. And in a way, it promised a new direction for him. Oh, we see some similarities between the other paintings, but in this center, after he very carefully painted an underpainting and then went from the underpainting so that he kept the quality of light and things, he went on and finally he let loose. And the freedom with which he moves around that center is part of the message. You know, that you can see the painting the way it is as a statement. There's nothing hidden in the paintings, and yet there is a feeling of complete mystery. This, I'm reminded a little bit of Jackson Pollock, who I think was also something of an influence. But Jackson Pollock was looking for a cosmic kind of reality, whereas he's looking for a reality that's based on nature. And I think a lot of the decorative elements here, the greens there, are like leaves. You know, the colors also really always bring you back to the idea of a grand design in nature.